Yeah, Sean, we say this all the time, but the only thing we get wrong when we start these investigations is it's always worse than we thought. So think about this. We know they spied on President Trump. Then we learned it's senators and the Speaker of the House. And now we learned they were spying on me for 2.5 years. Think about 2.5, all the way back, as you said, to January of 2020. They gathered information that told them who I called, who called me, when we called each other, when the call took place, how long the call was, and where I was at when I made that call. They got your location as well, and they gathered that for over a time period of 28 months. This is how ridiculous this is and why we are doing everything to get to the bottom. You're right. I bet there's a bunch of other members of Congress, a bunch of other citizens like you all over this country that they were looking into, because this is the epitome of the weaponization of government against against the other party. President Trump, Republican, all the senators, the Speaker of the House, Republican, and of course the top Republican on the Judiciary Committee. That's how ridiculous this whole thing is.
Did they get your text? Because I've had thousands of my personal private text messages released to the public.
Great question.
They didn't get it from me. They never got it from me.
J6 committee.
I don't save text messages. I don't have an iCloud, but they end up putting it up there in hearings and in the newspapers and use it in criminal.
Yeah, the J6 committee acted like little investigators and sent congressional subpoenas over to everybody, including Sean, and said, give us everything you had. What'd you have for lunch yesterday? I want receipts for this. It was insane. And the courts allowed it to happen. There was a total dragnet that went by, which is why we get so irritated with Congress. What are you guys doing? They gave everybody who was a political opponent an enema, essentially, as soon as they took power. 1,500 J6ers plus or minus, got arrested. And by this time, when the Democrats were in charge, we had hundreds of arrests already. And Congress was already forming committees. They had Hollywood producers coming in. And I guess they're just, now our Congress is just we want to let you know this is happening. We're going to let you know it's happening. And then when they put in a $500,000 penalty, which is the best they can come up with, then they fight about it amongst themselves.
Cases of which I am not a party to.